Welcome traders to this short video on the installation and setup of the ZoneTrader Pro indicators. Next we're going to go through the setup of a order flow chart. Again, new chart, select our instrument. However, this time you're going to go to type, and instead of having a tick chart you're going to have to use volumetric, and depending on the base period that you want to use, I use both a short and a long base period to set up my charts, and that'll be described later. But we're going to set this chart up with a 5 base period. Do not check tick replay because it will affect some of the settings. It will not display the extension zones in the order flow patterns if tick replay is checked. So uncheck tick replay, say OK, and we now have our order flow chart. Add the indicator, ZoneTraderPro Order Flow, and you have numerous alert options here where you can set different audio files, or you can go out to the internet and create your own audio file and drop it in the appropriate folder and set that. What you should know, at the time this is being recorded, the audio or any alert that goes off within the order flow is not based upon the close of a bar. So by checking this now or using this indicator now, the alerts are going to go off intra-bar, and that's probably not what you want. I have submitted a request to the programmer to change that. However, it's going to be another 3 to 4 weeks before that request is filled. You also have the ability to send an alert to an email address, or you can send the alert as a text message to your phone when something goes off. Again, you have the ability to change the text font colors and the extension zone colors. You also have the ability to change the color of the point of control and the thickness of the point of control. Here are the 4 of the most important settings, and that is to enable the ratio signal, to enable the ZoneTrader Pro order flow signal, the trap buyer seller, and the extension zones. The extension zones are enabled based upon settings that you place in these 2 numbers right here, and these are what's called the min-diff percentage. So with a 400%, I want a 4-to-1 ratio in order to create an extension zone. The minimum difference is 250 contracts. With this number in there, you will not see an extension zone created if there was 2 contracts traded on the bid and 10 contracts traded on the ask. So that's what that minimum number is for. To enable the absorption, we have this checkbox here, and I go with a slightly smaller percentage of 250 for absorption. If you'd like to see the POC zones themselves, where they format, you check that box, and the point of control signal for the absorption trade and the point of control for the extension signal are these 2 check boxes right here. And below here there's really no other check boxes that you're going to need to change. So what we have on the chart right now is all of the signals that you can have, from the POC absorption and extensions to the extension zones. Now, one of the things about setting the extension zones is it's really what your eye sees. So if you see too many extension zones here, what you can do is you can go back and change that number to even higher number of, say, maybe 500, and become even more discriminating. Obviously, the higher the number, the more that extension zone is going to mean. And in looking back in history, this was a particularly volatile day. The amount of extension zones we're seeing here with the 500 250 setting are about right. That's going to conclude this video on the setup of the order flow and ZoneTrader Pro indicators. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, be sure to give me a call.